Hello there, my fellow open world gamers and Assassin's Creed fans. I've got a special guest today. It is my good friend Brett from UbiCentral. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
And you may actually remember him. We actually played Watch Dogs co-op together. We both got the game like 2 days early and then also did the same thing with Assassin's Creed Unity. And we are back covering Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So we're going to dive straight into it. When will we see gameplay, new gameplay for Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Well, it looks like it's going to be August 6th through the 9th at Gamescom. Isn't that right, Brett?
Yes, Assassin's Creed UK actually did the stream about a day or two ago with Yogscast Hannah, and in the stream she actually mentioned that she's going to be playing like Evie Fry during Gamescom.
See, I haven't really seen Evie yet. I'm going to see her at Gamescom. Yeah. I'm going to go to Gamescom, so I hopefully we'll have some Evie stuff for you guys then, so you can check that out.
Exciting
see what you
times.
think.
Like, she accidentally confirmed that we'll actually see some gameplay of Evie Fry, which we haven't seen before. Yeah, and I'm thinking we might actually get a trailer the week of Gamescom, and then that trailer will be like the actual demo for people to play at Gamescom, and maybe even PAX Prime.
That sounds good because we already know that Jacob Fry, he's going to be more of a combat-centric role, and Evie Fry, from what I have heard, is going to be more stealth-focused. So I'm really curious to see how her gameplay actually handles compared to Jacob Fry, so I'm very curious about that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm actually I'm wondering how they're going to do the animations. Like, I want to see her animations just to see the difference of Jacob. Like, I hope it's completely different and not like you can see like rehashed and like...
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case.
I know, because females are so hard to make on new gen. Just kidding. No, but I think it's gonna be great though. I think they won't be using anything rehashed for that animation. That'd be so weird if she looked like one of the male protagonists from AC Unity or something like that. That would be very weird. So I also am looking forward to, like you, seeing her hips move.
Yes, exactly.
Just to put it in that way.
And this live stream was actually kind of weird. I don't know if you saw it, but in the beginning, during the first cutscene of this demo, they weren't even talking. Like, there was no gameplay audio for their voices. Did you actually catch that?
No.
Yeah, in the beginning, just during the demo, that first cutscene with Henry Green, no one was talking. Like, you could see the subtitles were on and everything, but you couldn't hear the characters' voices, and you could only hear background music. So yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting to see that.
Up.
Yep.
Oh, I hate messing up when live streaming. I have done it before. So a lot of you are wondering about the modern day story for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Well, it will follow in Unity's footsteps, but there's not much information about that. Hopefully, we learn a little bit about that at Gamescom maybe, but I think the focus will be on Evie Fry. But what do you think we could expect from modern day, Brett?
Like you said, it will follow in Unity's footsteps, but hopefully it's in a good way because, as you all know, Unity's modern day was just not even really there. There was no story, and hopefully it's something completely new, but still following in Unity's footsteps in a way. But I think we'll probably hear something after Gamescom because they have been saying in the summer we'll learn more about the modern day. So hopefully after Gamescom.
Okay, cool. So they did actually say that, and then. The thing about AC Unity, sure, it didn't have much modern-day story, but it did have those Helix missions, which I thought were pretty cool, actually, because they were a way, in my opinion, for Ubisoft to really test the waters of what to do next, see fan feedback and reactions. I really loved the World War II mission, and I really hope that they take that route eventually with Assassin's Creed. And, mentioning the routes they should take for Assassin's Creed, on the Ubisoft UK live stream, Mark from the United Kingdom Assassin's Creed actually mentioned that he would like to see it go to Japan. And I was pretty surprised that someone from Ubisoft actually said that. That's exactly what I think a lot of us want from AC Syndicate. I mean, can you imagine seeing samurai versus ninjas?
Yeah, I think that's just what everyone wants. And when Ubisoft employees get asked about that question, they usually don't even respond really. They're just I just can't wait to see what's next. They don't actually give a response, and it was weird that he actually gave one. And
I know.
He gave a time period that everyone's wanted to see for years now.
Oh, I hope it's happening. I have a good feeling that this is actually happening because he also went on to say that hopefully, Ubisoft manages to tie in what's happening with the Chronicle stories, with the full version, which is exactly what I think they are going to be doing at Ubisoft, because they have that Marvel mentality. Marvel, they're making Avengers, they're making all these movies, and they all tie together, so I do believe that's what they're going to do eventually with the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Yeah.
And also, you guys are probably wondering how big the open world is for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Brett, tell us more.
Kotaku has said it's around 30% larger than Unity, and Kotaku at this point has not been wrong about Assassin's Creed Syndicate news.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, like everything they've said is spot on.
Yeah.
But officially, Ubisoft hasn't come out and said how big it is, but Kotaku says it's around 30% larger, which makes me believe it is because, like I said, Kotaku has not been wrong with like the leaked information.
Yeah, and murder mysteries are returning under the new name Dreadful Crimes. I reported on that previously, but it's really cool to hear that they are returning. I hope they offer a lot more freedom, less waypoints. You go to an area, it would be nice, a big area, and you are responsible for solving the crime and finding the murderer. That would be cool. And then also, microtransactions are returning. How is this in AC Syndicate? How is this going to work? Do you know, Brett?
It's probably going to be the same as Unity. If I had to guess, like you buy certain items just to, like, you don't actually want to go through the story and get it. So I think it's going to be the same in that way. But for me personally, I don't really mind microtransactions because I don't personally buy them really. So like I just go through the game, and if I want a weapon, I'll just keep trying and playing the game until I can earn it. Like I don't buy it, but it's nice to have that option, I guess, for some people. But personally for me, I don't really care.
Well, they did it right with AC Unity because I didn't even notice them.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they were in the game because I was just unlocking stuff properly. So I guess that's good news in my opinion. GTA Online also has microtransactions that you never notice, but I guess people do use them. But in the end, are we excited for Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
It's a tough question, honestly, because it's a yearly release thing, which makes me less excited for it because, it's less time for them to work on it. But, like, I'm an Assassin's Creed fan, and I'm always going to buy the games. So I kind of am excited for it just to see what it's all about. And there's no multiplayer or co-op this time around. So maybe the story will be really good and surprise people. Like, I know Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, not a lot of people actually thought the story would be that good, or, like, the game. And, like, that's some people's favorite game. So
Same thing with the Rogue game.
Yeah, exactly. Like you never know really, and it's hard to judge before. A lot of people just are saying like, "Oh, it looks like Unity 2.0," but like you never know. The story could be really amazing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What about you?
Yeah, same. You basically said everything I was going to say. Now I do hope eventually they do get back on track to returning us to co-op. I want to see it done properly. Right now, it hardly works with Unity. Sometimes it's just very unstable. Their multiplayer has always been unstable. So I really hope that they nail that netcode down. Maybe the Division will help out with that. The success of the Division. Hopefully it's successful. It has to be. And then in turn, they can learn from the Division and put all of their, knowledge into Assassin's Creed co-op. So that would be nice to see. But I am really excited about it being so focused on story once again, because Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my favorite games, and it's all about the story. So really good news that they're focusing on that story.
Yeah, and going back to the story, like you said, this time around, side missions will actually connect to the main story of the game.
Right,
so, yeah, and cool. That wasn't like in any other game, really, any other Assassin's Creed game. And I've been playing through Batman Arkham Knight, and the side missions actually do connect to the main story, and I love it. So I can't wait to see what that's like in Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah, that is really nice. And then also you have Evie, who is going to take up 1/4 of the story mission. So you're going to have a lot of diversity with that story. I'm very curious to see how that's going to work out. Because like you mentioned, Batman Arkham Knight also has a lot of playable characters in it. Which is they're really, I guess you could say Assassin's Creed as a franchise is paying attention to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's Batman.
And then like the grappling hook or whatever. What is it called in Syndicate? Is that the same name? The grappling
launcher gauntlet.
Yeah, the rope launcher or whatever. Yeah. It's basically like Batman.
I know, exactly. It is. And Just Cause 3's using it. Everyone's borrowing from Batman. So learn from the best, I guess. Which, mentioning learning, Ubisoft says that they are learning from the Watch Dogs downgrade controversy. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, I guess. I don't know. I think I just messed up his name, but he went on to say, with E3 2015, we said, okay, let's make sure the games are playable, that they're running on the target machines. And he goes on to say, when we show something, we ask the team, make sure it's playable. Make sure gamers can immediately see exactly what it is. That's what we've learned from the Watch Dogs experience. If it can't be played on the target machine, it can be a risk. What do you think of this?
I think it's good that Ubisoft is coming out and admitting their mistakes with Watch Dogs, and they did it with Assassin's Creed Unity earlier this year when they announced Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Like, it's good for a company to realize their mistakes on their games, and it's especially good that they're now learning that the game has to be playable at launch. Like, I don't know,
really.
It should have just been brought to their attention way earlier. Like, they should have known that from the start. But I mean, better late than never. Hopefully, Syndicate is playable and there's no mistakes, especially for the PC version, because the PC version of Assassin's Creed Unity is just a mess.
It seems that way for a lot of games on PC. So, console peasant race for the win.
No, PC Master Race.
No, but it's good to hear them say this. Now, with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it started out with pre-alpha gameplay, had a lot of pop-ins, some issues with the civilian life, and then I actually got to try it at E3 2015. I noticed some great improvements. The frame rate is really good. It's running at 30 frames and higher at all times, and then
That's
they
good to
managed
hear.
to reduce the pop-in, which is really nice to see. So it seems like they're listening. And then on the other hand of it, though, I'm really worried about Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm hoping that we don't see downgrade on Xbox One and PS4. I'm really hoping that is exactly what it looks like, because they did say that's running on the high-end PC, and they need to be showing all of their games, every single one of them, running on a PS4 or an Xbox One at this point.
And how was The Division graphic-wise, since you got to play it at E3?
It didn't look like the E3 2013 presentation. Mm-hmm. It was definitely, the textures were a little bit blurrier, less detailed, definitely less detailed, but it was so much fun. It's, I guess you could, how would I compare it? You would compare it to The Witcher 3. It saw downgrade, but no one really complained. Only your elitist PC master race people like yourself complained about The Witcher 3, but it is a beautiful game. The Division is as well. I really enjoyed it, so I really do hope that they don't screw it up.
Yeah, they better not screw it up.
Game. Yeah. Please, Ubi, don't screw up our favorite games. Come on.
We love you.
We love you. All right, my fellow assassins, I want to thank Brett from UbiCentral for once again joining me on this special Assassin's Creed Syndicate episode. Brett, say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, and thank you so much for having me on. Hopefully we get to do this every week, because it really is fun to talk about games that we're looking forward to, and hopefully you all enjoy it as well.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
I feel it when I close my eyes, I see myself a million miles away. Born to be great. It's going like a storm inside me. It's gonna be a force that makes the whole world shake.
All right, my fellow assassins, well... What the hell, man?
All right, go.